Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Spartans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get first crack at it today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys...
Oh, he's got some space! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pocket, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know.
Gets away from one, finds some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They put the first points on the board. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Michigan State Spartans offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out the...
He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Oh, look out on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Spartans.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Myers.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Showing the arm straight down the left side. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The play-action fake. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Quarterback on the keeper. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years.
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication. It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Really nice nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Griffin. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They think there's room to run to the right here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Gets it past the marker. Breaks into the open. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. Touchdown, Ohio State! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Penn State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Firing to the right, complete. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags a quick pass on the left.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Horn. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Spartans are flying down the field. The short hands, it's Griffin. Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Unloads quickly. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Horn. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Shaw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sparty. A great catch and run for 6. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. South Carolina is on the wrong end of a one-sided affair today. And if you'll pardon the pun, the chickens are going to come home to roost this week in Columbia. They're trailing by 18 to Arkansas. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And some room to work. A lot of room to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Finds his big tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
That's caught. It's Tootin. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Offense working from the pistol. They'll try it over the left side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. We haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Had to throw it before he wanted. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete to the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Spartans line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They want to throw it. Touchdown, Michigan State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th. Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Tries to get it on the ground, finding open areas. He's loose on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
At the 36. And that's good enough for a first down.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.